see what it is, just a little shadow. And we're going to do just, really our fences, I think we'll put a little brush across in there or something, because we just don't want that much shadow work. Plus it's down, you know, low enough it may not be getting sunlight anyway. That's what we're going to say anyway. I think that one needs to be just a tad darker. A little darker. A little more brown in there. Raw umber. A little more in here too. And I think I'll wipe the brush out. Then you've got the option there of just, you know, work it in a little more. Still leave the stuff behind it where it kind of shows up. Okay, I think we're going to add a little bit of green along the fence there. Something to kind of bring it out just a little bit. Brighter green maybe. Because you are the artist, you can do a little reverse light or something like that if you want to. I think I'll wipe that brush out. We don't want it too wild. This is inside a pasture here, so I feel like we've got some green grass coming up there. Just getting a hint of it in there. And I think we'll put just a little over in here too, like maybe we've just got some lighter new grass starting up in here. Maybe they just mowed and then they had a rain, and that's where the brighter color would come in. Maybe just a little of it down in here too. Go here in our shadow and poke a little up like it's sticking up from the shadow and showing up a little bit there. And I think we'll put just a little bit of brush across our bottom of our fence here. Here and there. Just sort of kind of work it in a little bit. Because you've always got junk growing around the bottom of the fence. Plus you got a starving horse in there, you know, he'll stick his head through and keep it cleaned out for you. Or maybe some goats or something. Now, we're going to put a little barbed wire on that fence. And that is, well, just a little on the tricky side, but not really. Let's get your smallest brush that you have. I'm going to use one like this. Then you get a good amount of some kind of semi-dark paint on it, dark to light, I don't know, in between I guess. Then you twist your brush down to the finest point you can get. Okay, and now look at this. We're going to go with, we're not going to try to put in anything exact. You know, because this is barbed wire and you're not going to see every strand. So what we want, let's see, okay, we'll do a little bit, just a hint right here, and that's about the middle, out there to the middle. And of course, we don't want it, you know, every tiny bit is not going to show. Just kind of a hint of it there. And actually, if you get on your ruler just a tad, that's good. We can go in and put a The further away you get, even the less it's going to show. You just want a hint of it showing every now and then. Not like all the strands. And I think, let's see, we may actually make this a 3-strand. I thought about a 5-strand, but that kind of gets goofy before it's done. You got the whole thing blocked in or something if you're not careful. Just to kind of keep it, you know, going into the distance like it's supposed to. Just a little right in there. I'm going to try one more strand across the top. There's kind of a marker there already anyway. Just go with there and going out a little bit further. Just let it fade out into the background. Then if you want to just a glint on the wire or something, get a little bit lighter on your brush. And you just rubbed in, it's not too bad though. Just do a little hint every now and then. Mostly that's just not really necessary. If you're a wild person and love detail, I guess you could even put in some little barbs there. Okay. Now I think something we need is like a birch or aspen would have a little bit of dark on it there. So, yeah, you work with a good supply of napkins on hand. So we're going to get a little bit darker, and if you looked at those aspens or something, you'll see they have, I don't know, knot holes or something. And you don't want many, but we're just going to give our tree just a little more detail here like we've got. Think it's too dark, just dab it down a little bit with your finger. A little bit on this one. Maybe just a couple down here a little closer to the bottom. And maybe just a little bit over here too. And these are so far away, really you're not going to see them much, so there's no reason to go with some details there. Now, the foreground, actually, I think we want to probably put a little grass around the bottom of those trees, like the mower didn't get right up next to it. I'm kind of working a little bit wet here. That's not my favorite style, but I just thought we really bet everybody's ready to get this picture finished. Over here it's a little darker green, but I think that'll still be okay. Let me get just a little more on this brush. Okay. And maybe in the midst of that we might want just a little more dark around it too. Just to give it a little more depth. Okay.